aside, ladies and gentlemen, it's the same script being followed from Bihar to Delhi. There's an attempt to silence the voice of democracy. It's Bullet Raj in Bihar because two people, including one station house officer, have been brazenly killed over the past 3 days. Today, a 35-year-old journalist Vimal Kumar Yadav was killed by unidentified miscreants in Araria district. The gunman knocked on his door, called his name at around 5:30 a.m. and shot him in the chest when he opened the door. The BJP says that Nitish Kumar aims for Delhi, but his own state is slipping away. Citing Manipur violence, the JDU hit back at the BJP, saying it should first look at its own law and order situation in the state. Listen into the war of words.
कहीं दंगे हो रहे हैं, हत्या हो रही है, गजब का बिहार हो गया है। लगता ही नहीं है कि नीतीश बाबू का रुतबा जो एक मुख्यमंत्री का होता है, जिसके लिए वो हुए थे, वो हो रहा है। गांव की कहावत है, अपनी शादी नहीं और चले बरतुहारी करने। माने बिहार संभल नहीं रहा है और चले पूरे देश का प्रधानमंत्री बनने के लिए अपने को प्रदर्शित करने। ये दुर्भाग्य है।
हो गई है तो उसमें हत्यारे जो हैं उनका पकड़े जाएंगे, प्रशासन काम करेगा। बीजेपी अपने प्रदेशों में न जाके देखे, आपके कह देने से गुंडा राज स्थापित हो गया है। बीजेपी का दावा करने से मणिपुर 3 मई से जल रहा है। नीतीश कुमार जी बिहार बहुत अच्छे से चला रहे हैं और बिहार में जो विकास हो रहा है, तो भारत सरकार के गृह मंत्री भी आके पटना में जब आते हैं तो नीतीश कुमार जी का जो किया हुआ काम है वो अपने खाते में डालते हैं।
On the other hand, in Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party government is now resorting to ostracization after intimidation. The Aam Aadmi Party has blocked the Times network from entering the Delhi Legislative Assembly, the assembly building, which is the job of a journalist to cover, because we just exposed the Sheesh Mahal 45 crore royal splurge by the Chief Minister. Take a look at this sequence caught on camera.
Today is the day 3 of Delhi Legislative Assembly, and unfortunately Times Network is forced to stand outside this Delhi Legislative Assembly. Now, when we were entering inside, our vehicle was stopped at this particular place, and then we were asked that from which channel do we belong to. We told that we belong to Times Network, we belong to Times Now, the only channel that asks very tough questions. And at that particular point of time, we were asked to stop at this particular place. It's written temporary fast for non-accredited journalist entry in Delhi Vidhan Sabha during the session, that is 16th to till date. Name Tejri from Times Now with my signature along with the information officer. सर क्या कारण है हमें जाने नहीं दे रहे अंदर?
नहीं, इस बारे में हमें नहीं पता मैडम।
हम पता नहीं तो सर जाने दीजिए ना अंदर। फिर किसी और चैनल को मना किया है आने के लिए कि इनके अलावा और कोई चैनल नहीं आ पाएंगे?
नहीं मैम, हमें नहीं पता।
नहीं पता, बस टाइम्स नाउ का ही बताया गया है आपको, रीजन भी नहीं बता पाएंगे आप?
नहीं, इस बारे में कुछ नहीं कह पाएंगे।
Calling it injustice, the BJP has drawn a parallel with the emergency. Listen in.
लोकतंत्र का चौथा खंभा है मीडिया। अगर आपके पत्रकार कुछ बात कर रहे हैं और आप उनको डंडे के बल पर, जोर के बल पर उनको रोकना चाहोगे कि ये इनको अलाउ नहीं करेंगे, या जैसे पंजाब में हुआ कि भावना आपकी जो पत्रकार थे उनके खिलाफ झूठे मुकदमे दर्ज किए गए, ये पूरा सिस्टम ये दिखाता है कि ये अराजक और नक्सलवादी लोग हैं। इनको सिर्फ अपनी प्रशंसा सुननी है, इनकी आलोचना करना, इन पे उंगली उठाना या इनको सच्चाई दिखाना, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल और उनकी टीम को बर्दाश्त नहीं है। और यहाँ तो आप उनको सच दिखा रहे हैं, कड़वा सच दिखा रहे हैं। तो आज एक पत्रकार को रोक रहे हैं, तो कितने पत्रकारों को रोकोगे?
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Going straight to the debate, joining me Ajay Alok and Anand Ranganathan continue to be with us, but joining the debate is Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, and Dr. Nawal Kishore Yadav, national spokesperson of the RJD. Nawal Kishore Yadav जी, अब पत्रकार दिन दहाड़े मारे जा रहे हैं वहां बिहार में और आप कह रहे हैं आप संविधान बचाएंगे, ये क्या है?
देखिए, किसी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के समस्या को एक अखिल भारतीय स्तर का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर समस्या बताना ये एक तरह की बात हो सकती है और उसको फिर राष्ट्रीय राजनीति से जोड़कर और एक माहौल बनाने का या नैरेटिव बनाने का प्रयास करना दूसरी बात हो सकती है। लेकिन सच्चाई ये है कि जो राजनीतिक घटनाएं घट रही है भारतीय परिप्रेक्ष्य में, वो बीजेपी की चिंता बढ़ा दी है और यही कारण है कि उन्हीं बातों को बार बार रिपीट किया जा रहा है। जैसे एक घटना को, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर के घटना को पूरे राष्ट्रीय स्तर का घटना बताकर, जबकि उनके राज्यों को अगर देखा जाए, यूपी को देखें, मणिपुर को देखें, हरियाणा को देखें, तो इसे कई गुना ज्यादा है। और अगर यही स्केल लागू किया जाए तो प्रधानमंत्री और गृह मंत्री पूर्ण रूप से फेल हैं अगर उनके शासन और प्रशासन को देखा जाए। जहां तक राष्ट्रीय राजनीति जिसकी चर्चा आप करना चाहती हैं, उसमें ये बात बिल्कुल सही है कि बीजेपी की चिंता बड़ी है और बेचैन है। यही कारण है कि हर भाषण में उन्हें परिवारवाद,
बेचैन तो इस देश में सभी लोग हैं, हर आदमी बेचैन है। बेचैनी का कारण ये नहीं है, कारण ये है और सवाल ये है अजय आलोक जी। अजय आलोक जी, द क्वेश्चन टुनाइट इज ओनली दिस, इफ योर ओन बैकयार्ड इज नॉट सेफ, if the chief minister of Bihar says officials are looking into the murder of a journalist, you know, is he okay to look after his political ambitions for the country and officials will look after the state? What are we talking about in terms of the governance standards?
See, Navika, of late, Nitish Kumar has become a bit, what I'll say, he has become absolutely insensitive. Few months back, if you remember, he made a statement on the floor of the House, "Piyoge to maroge hi," when there was a huge tragedy. Instead of having sensitivity, he said, "Piyoge to maroge hi." I mean, the people were not given money for their last rites also, which is the customary in the Bihar government, that Bihar government gives their helps to the poor. It was not given. Now, today, yes, BJP is worried. My friend Nawal ji said कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी बहुत परेशान है. Yes, we are worried. We are worried because law and order has taken a dip. It has taken just drowned law and order completely. Because when policemen are being killed, just yesterday, a police officer was shot dead in broad daylight. Then it raises the question. When a journalist is killed, it raises the question. And when the chief minister is absolutely unconcerned. अच्छा, अधिकारी देख रहे हैं, अधिकार देख रहे हैं, मणिपुर पुलिस असम राइफल डोंट, यहाँ पे एनालॉजी उसकी नहीं की जा सकती। मणिपुर जो हो रहा है वो कोई लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। दैट्स एन एथनिक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट। कौन सा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है वो? उसको आप बराबर इसके बिहार की घटना से तुलना नहीं कर सकते। नाउ यहाँ सत्ता चरित्र बदल गया है। बिल्कुल नहीं, दया यहाँ पे सत्ता चरित्र बदला है। The color of the politics has changed when JDU and RJD has combined. When RJD and JDU has combined, the color of the politics, the character of the politics has changed. When the character of the politics change, the law and order takes a dip. And law and order takes a dip, and anti-social elements, they get a moral boost. Anti-social character gets a moral boost. उन्हें लगता है कि हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं और हमारा कुछ करने वाला नहीं होगा। और मुख्यमंत्री जी को कुछ पता नहीं रहता, वही भाषण देते हैं, अलग ही दुनिया में मैदान में देते हैं।
Ravi Srivastava, let me also pick up the issue of Delhi. Sheesh Mahal was exposed by Times Now. Now, when Sheesh Mahal is exposed, obviously there is angst against the channel. We expose the water supply in Delhi, there is angst against the channel. So what is done? We are not just prevented from going into the chief minister's residence or the Aam Aadmi Party office. Our journalists are even prevented from entering the Delhi Assembly. I want to ask you, Is this the freedom of speech? Is this the respect for the fourth pillar of this democracy, Ravi Srivastava, that is being offered by the Aam Aadmi Party? बातें तो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कि इस देश में लोकतंत्र को बचाना है, लोकतंत्र खतरे में है और यहाँ मीडिया को रोकना है अंदर जाने से, तो लोकतंत्र आप बचा रहे हैं क्या?
Sheesh Mahal was a baseless story, and if you have any problems with the Sheesh Mahal, you can always complain to the concerned investigating.
Oh, I should not do the story. I should complain.
No. You do the story, but you don't color it. You give the story. Story is no problem. The Mr. Bhupinder Joon in the Delhi Assembly made yesterday for Sushant Sinha that he is making stories out of one or two select lines and leaving aside the context. He has made a written complaint to the speaker. And that concept that you are talking about of Delhi Assembly today,
number one, may I tell you, there was not one line that was picked up. Even the other lines were picked up and stories done. But maybe that kind of research is not done by the Aam Aadmi Party. But let me get in Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, now is this the way to intimidate journalists and media organizations?
Navika, two things. First, on Bihar, you have this gentleman here. I remember he was on the panel when we were talking about Manipur. And when the BJP spokesperson then talked about the horrible gang rape in Bihar of a underage girl and inaction by the police, this gentleman said, don't indulge in whataboutery. Today, when we are talking about Bihar, he is talking about what about Manipur. Is that not whataboutery? How shamelessly hypocrite one can be. Secondly,
नहीं उत्तर प्रदेश का भी बात कर लीजिए रामनाथन जी।
अब देखिए, अब ये वॉटर बाउंड्री नहीं है आपकी। आप वॉटर बाउंड्री नहीं है।
Reporter mic was broken by
I'm short on time. I'm lowering all other faders except Anand Ranganathan. Anand Ranganathan, complete your point.
Thank you very much. So now this is to expose their own whataboutery, shamelessly hypocritical whataboutery. Number two, the more important thing. Navika, I showed you the CAG investigating Kejriwal Sheesh Mahal. How is this a figment of imagination, as my good friend Mr. Ravi is saying? Kis basis pe keh rahe hai figment? You should be praised. Agar ye, if there was some objectivity out here, people would have been praising Times Now, not arresting Times Now journalists, as what happened in Punjab, shamelessly. But you know, Aam Aadmi Party has given tens of hundreds of crores for advertising. And because you brought out this fearlessly, I told you on that day itself, Navika, on that day itself, say goodbye to Aam Aadmi Party's money, revenue.
Money we said goodbye to because they stopped advertising with us, but yes. Intimidation of our journalists. Is that? नहीं, पर assembly में नहीं जाने देंगे. Is that how democracy is saved?
Navika, this is democracy, Aam Aadmi Party style. Ravi ji should know this. Aam Aadmi Party, through Arvind Kejriwal, has been talking about the death of democracy in India. Whereas you talk about the lawlessness in Punjab, you talk about the police stations being run over by Khalistani. Sorry, Ravi ji.
We are only waiting for 13th day now. That democracy is already dead.
Well, one reporter jailed in Punjab, one reporter not allowed to enter the Delhi Assembly, and another reporter killed in Bihar. Officials taking care of the investigation. That is the record of law and order, but all time for national politics and personal ambitions. That is fair and square governance? Well, that is not a question that people of India should ever ask politicians. We leave it at that for now. Thank you very much to all my panelists, and thank you viewers for joining me on the NewsHour tonight. Good night and be safe.